Development of syntactic skill. As a teacher of English language, you must develop your syntactic skill, and we have talked a lot about. First, we have seen that what is syntax, and now we have, especially in the last part of the lectures, we have talked a lot about the development of morphological skill as a teacher and syntactic skill as a teacher. We are humans. It's in our nature to study things and understand how they work. So while studying languages and how they work, we must study syntax and sentence. Studying syntax is relevant to a lot of subject area in linguistics. So this helps us a lot. This is the fundamental discipline of linguistics. So when we move on to applied linguistics, our knowledge of these fundamentals, these sub-disciplines, which are very important, the core discipline of linguistics, help us a lot in understanding other discipline like psycholinguistic or sociolinguistic, because then we talk about mind, let's say, and how mind works. But before that, we must have the knowledge of syntax and morphology. We must study syntax to understand how children acquire their language, how they start constructing sentences, and what stage do they learn the tacit syntactic rules of the language. And we have discussed all these stages or all these levels of language acquisition in details, right? So as teacher, this is very important for our understanding. Studying syntax enables us to understand how bilingual and multilingual speakers are able to construct their sentences despite having different structures for different languages. Obviously, in a environment in which we have Urdu and Punjabi as native language, we are teaching English as a second language. So if we studied syntax, we know that how it works. What are the differences found in the syntax of Urdu and Punjabi? So in a bilingual environment, how can we get better result, achieve better result of learning English by our students? The sentence structure isn't the same in English as it is in Japanese. So this is what, because the sentences are structured differently. We have talked about the word order in different languages, right? Different languages have different parameters, right? So some are head left, some are head right, head initial and head final. So this our knowledge of our syntax help us in understanding these differences. Studying syntax gives us many answers which are necessarily for understanding how languages work, as well as being the doorway to future research and theories on all aspects of linguistics. So this is how our knowledge of syntax help us in understanding, to increasing our understanding about other languages. We also study syntax to develop set rules and constraints on the language, that what is possible in one language and what is not possible. We call these parameters. These parameters limit what we can or cannot do in a language, right? So how a language works, knowing parameters is very important, right? So helping us establish an effective and working communicative system. Some linguists believe that all languages have the same parameters, right? We have talked about universal grammar. This idea is called universal grammar, and was a theory developed by Chomsky. You know it very well by now. From these ideas of linguistic parameters, we can learn, use, and teach the correct way to make sentence. So the basic purpose of our knowledge of syntax is to be able to first know how to construct correct, well-formed sentence, and secondly, how to teach them to our students.